Alright, it is Tuesday. I had a very bleak Sunday and Monday, as you guys recall on my Black Sunday and Black Monday videos. I'm gonna call today Golden Tuesday, because I'm starting to feel like I'm reversing some of these misfortunes. Yesterday I had a disagreement with a bar that I had gone to for a board game event, and after I left, because I pulled myself out of it, because I didn't want to get upset. And I went to my car and I actually called them and explained what had happened. And they actually apologized before I could explain what happened. They later learned from my friends there that I had anxiety about loud environments and was trying to really adjust myself. And they actually apologized before I could actually tell them what was going on. And I felt really good, and I felt like maybe if I can complain about that, which was really partly my fault, right? Because I'm really trying to explore myself, and maybe I could also explain myself at work too. I have some issues at work, minor issues. I want to make some adjustments to furniture there to help improve my posture and also. Today I woke up and I was like, is my luck still bad again? Because I'm starting to develop a mouth sore, and it's in its early stages, and I can't believe my fortune. It's Tuesday today. I got a few days where this is going to get really worse. If I started feeling a mouth sore on a Thursday, I'd probably be okay then. But the last time I had a mouth sore, I had a very difficult situation at work, because I had a couple students who really loved to torture me. Let me give you an example. I have one student who's just constantly very noisy. I have to constantly get him back on track. And one day I had a mouth sore. And I told my student, this would be a really... Well, I told myself, this would be a really good day to let him know that I had a mouth sore, and tell him that to please if he could keep it down, because I thought he would understand a mouth sore. He might not understand how disruptive he is, but I'm sure he's had issues in the past where he hasn't been himself, right? Whether it be a mouth sore, whether it be a really bad headache, or some other issue, right? And so I told him, I have a mouth sore today. Could you? And plus, you got to remember, we were keeping some good distance between each other too, right? So I had to speak really loudly, right? And could you please try to keep the distractions to a minimum? Don't make me shout, because I have a mouth sore. And he thought that was a great time to really torture me. He really did. I made a mistake by telling him that. And I said, I told you I have a mouth sore. I really can't be screaming on top of you today. And then he responded by saying, it's not my fault that your mouth is sore. And really upset me. But you know what? Today when I go to work, I'm still going to tell the students that I have a mouth sore. Please try not to make me scream, because it'd be a good way to test just what kind of students I have, right? Last time I pushed the job a little bit too far before I left, and I was very upset when I left. I'll probably also talk to my boss about the posture issue later today, after I finish the day, because it will be fresh on my mind how I feel. Anyway, I'm gonna do some fortune telling. I'm gonna draw some cards from the game of... let me get the box. From the game of Love Letter. This is a card game with 20 cards. It's a trick-taking card game, and the cards range from 0 to 9 and have different characters on them. We draw 1 for a guard. Death! Yeah, in Chinese, 4 is an unlucky number because it sounds like the word for death. 2. So I have a fascination with dying for some reason. I mean, I'm not suicidal or anything, but earlier this year, I had some disagreements with my family and my work environment about my sexual orientation. I really wanted to get some attention. I was reading about some ways that people have protested things, and I read about hunger striking, and I decided to do it. And I had fantasies about people finding me dead in my car because I live out of my car, or collapsing at work, and I had fantasies about what it would be like to do that, and especially because I didn't get accepted for who I was. You know, people didn't appreciate the fact that I was single, and I thought if I died alone, people would remember me better. Now, during the hunger strike, see, I have a term life insurance policy, because when I went to buy my car insurance policy, I discovered I could buy another $100,000 worth of term life, and it would hardly add to the total premium because they give you a discount when you combine the two. And during the hunger strike, the insurance policy turned 2 years old, and now they would pay for a suicide. And so I changed the beneficiary. I didn't want to give it to my family because we had disagreements about my sexual orientation. So I changed the beneficiary to the Desert Botanical Garden, and I thought if I starved myself to death over inequity issues, and they got a lot of money out of it, and they found out why I had starved myself, it would make the news, and it might get some discussion going about single equality. Obviously, I wouldn't be around to hear the discussions, though, which is kind of weird, but I still like the idea that it would get people to talk.